to our back members present around and our procurement staff and procurement engineer, good morning, and also to our televiewers. Before we proceed to our video conference this morning, I would like to acknowledge each one of you, starting from my left, Engineer Ernesto Sigamposano from the construction section, and also Engineer Nomer Pedoy from the planning and science section. We have our technical support staff, Mr. Marcelino, and to my right we have Ms. Natividad Chaco from the procurement unit. We also have here our procurement engineer, Engineer April Anticristo. We have our DPWH Engineer Donami Dominguez from the IT, and Engineer Algie Villa. We also have here Engineer Carl from the procurement unit, and I would like also to acknowledge the presence of one of our prospective leaders. Now, may we know your name? Alima from Structures Engineering Consultants based in Ortigas and Davao City. And also to our televiewers who are willing to bid for this contract, you're all welcome, and good morning to each of you. I'm Engineer Marilyn G. Versola, the presiding of this bid conference. And for the basic contract data, our contract is to be bid out is the purchase of computer-aided design and drafting, CADD, OpenCAD software to be used in the planning and design section with contract ID number 24 GMC 0263, and this has an approved budget for contract of 4,668,780 pesos, and the posting of this was last November 21, and last November, hindi ko na post, to be bid out this December 3, November 13, and to be bid out this December 3 at 10 o'clock in the morning. The deadline of submission of our bid proposal will be on the same day, on or before 10 o'clock in the morning at the procurement unit, and to be followed by the immediate opening of the bids at 10 a.m. at the conference floor here, second floor, main building, DPWH COTABATO second DEO based in Lanao, Kidapawan City. And this has a contract duration of only 15 calendar days. And for more details, I'm turning over the floor to our secretariat for other information regarding the drafting, the requirement of our contract or our software contract or project to be open this December.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, for the technical component envelope, Class A documents, and legal documents, we require the valid Philippines registration certificate, the platinum membership, and all its pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRRRA 9184. For registration certificate from SEC, DTI, or CDA. Another is the mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality for the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located. Another is tax clearance for EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. For the technical documents, you should submit your statement of prospective statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity, conformity with the technical specification, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and/or after-sales or parts, if applicable, and original duly signed omnibus source statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement to do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, first is supplier's audited financial statement showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, staff received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, and respective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or MFCC, or a committed line of credit from Universal or Commercial Bank in view of its MFCC computation. For the Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial documents, component envelope, the bidder should submit original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original of duly signed and accomplished bill of quantities, original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule, and other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable. Please refer to our published bidding documents. Next is for the specifications for computer-aided design, drafting, or CAD software. For the software licensing model, should be subscription-based. License access management should be single-user. Supported operating system must operate in the current DPWH IT infrastructure operating system or a lower version, i.e. Windows 8.1, 10, and 11. For the subscription, 1 year minimum. For interoperability and compatibility is preferable with other CAD software, with other GIS or mapping application software. For the functionalities, modeling, drafting, for the visualization, please refer to our published bidding documents, especially the specifications. Next is for the specifications for highway design software. Yes, for software licensing model, it should be subscription-based. License access management, single user. Supported operating system must operate in the current DPWH IT infrastructure operating systems or lower versions. Windows 8.1, 10, 11. For the subscription, should be 1 year minimum. Interoperability and compatibility, it is preferable with highway design software, with other CAD software, with other GIS or mapping application software. For the functionalities, please refer to our specifications published together with our bidding documents. For the design codes or reference, design guidelines, criteria, and standards, or DGCS Volume 4 is preferable. A policy on geometric design of highways and streets 2018 or the AASHTO. A
subjected to an administrative penalty. These offenses, acts, are further classified into three major categories as enumerated. Number one, withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. However, the Bids and Awards Committee recognizes certain valid reasons for these actions. Number two, submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the BAC. Exceptions will be considered under extraordinary circumstances, such as force majeure. This refers to unexpected and unavoidable external events that impede or prevent a bidder from timely bid submission, as defined in Article 1174 of the Philippine Civil Code. And number three, submission of patently insufficient bid. A patently insufficient bid refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether bidder committed such an offense may occur as outlined during eligibility screening and or shortlisting, during bid evaluation, or during cost qualifications. Bidders are reminded to diligently review and scrutinize their documents to avoid any violations. For more details of this Department Order 28, Series of 2024, you can download a copy in the DPWH website. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Madam April and Ma'am Pichi. So you have heard the requirements and other details for our upcoming bidding for the said contract. So is there any questions from our clarifications? So from our viewers, from the NS teams, do you have any clarifications or anything you would like to brought up during this video conference, non-answers? Good morning, Engineer John Boy. Ano yung sabi dyan? Good morning lang. Walang ano.
No questions.
No questions? So hearing none, I now declare this video conference adjourned. Thank you all for coming and thank you also for viewing, and ma'am, thank you for being here with us. Have a great day, everyone. Once again, good morning. Ibon, April, ano ang yung subscription na? Hindi mo na, pero 3 years na po ako ang amount of gold. Good for 2